and white foxes out there. I'm Carol and this is Over 50, so what? I'm sure that most of you watching, if not all of you watching today, will have a few grey hairs, silver hairs, white hairs, even, sorry guys, if it's not on the top of your head. All it means is that we're getting very wise. And today's first guest comes all the way from Canada, Wendy Mayhew, and she puts a different spin on wise. Wendy specialises in seniors in business and seniorpreneurs. Make sure after the break you join in the fitness routine to keep yourself mobile and healthy. And then we're going to meet another everyday legend, Victoria Rose. Victoria went backpacking on her own at 68 and she started a new business at 70. I'm sure you're going to find her vitality and enthusiasm very contagious. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Living Life. Now, are you working at the moment? Or maybe you're looking for some new opportunities. Maybe you're over 50 or over 60 and you're thinking you might start a business. Well, today we are very excited to have with us all the way from Canada, Wendy Mayhew. Now, Wendy is an author, a speaker and an entrepreneur. And after building her own multi-million-dollar business, she now specializes in Seniorpreneurs. Wendy launched Wise Seniors in Business and her book, Wiser, a definitive guide to starting a business over the age of 50. Wendy also launched 50 Over 50 Awards, celebrating Canadian seniorpreneurs over the age of 50. And if you're wondering what WISE stands for, it's wisdom, initiative, skills, and experience. Hi Wendy, welcome to Over 50. So what? Great to have you on the show.
Thank you ever so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to doing this with you.
Now Wendy, you've had an amazing time and experience, over 40 years building and managing businesses. And then all of a sudden you decided to get into the field of seniorpreneurs and you set up WISE, Seniors in Business. What was the motivation to suddenly jump into this area?
Always looking for new opportunities. And somebody actually approached me and asked me if I would write an article on older entrepreneurs and financing. And I kind of went, oh, what's this all about? And so I did my research and wrote the article and I was hooked. I knew that this group needed help. And so I decided that was going to be my new focus.
We were just talking about before that there's more people in the over 55 group that have lost their job during the pandemic than any other demographic. And then also that they're the last ones that people rehire when things open up. So a lot of people will be sitting there evaluating what to do with themselves in the 55 plus. So they're going to start their own businesses, and you help people start their own business in this sector. What sort of businesses are people starting in the last 12 months?
All kinds of them, but the two that I just really want to talk about are there is a father and son company that saw a need when they were driving through a coffee shop or a coffee drive-through one day. And they noticed that the person serving them was actually physically touching the cap of the coffee as they were putting it on the cup. And they said, oh gosh, I never want to drink out of this. This is awful. And so they went and they developed a cap that goes around the cup lid and puts it on. And so they've done that. They've also not only done the cap, they've done a stick that is actually goes out with the coffee, and if they have a donut or whatever else is on it, and it's shifted right out through the drive-through window into the car. So that is, I think, is really, really neat. They had never owned a business before. Father is 67, son is in his 30s, I do believe. And, they just did this. And whenever they first did it, they they started going to the coffee houses and whatnot. And Dad was delivering all of these, driving them around in his car, delivering them. So that's a really neat story.
Excellent. So what's the oldest person that you know and that started a business?
Since COVID, I'm going to tell you that at 67 years old, a woman brought internet to one of the provinces in Canada. And in her 80s, she's still working at the company. Like, she just brought it in. Like, it's awesome. It's really unbelievable and incredible what these people are doing. It's just amazing. Like, we're not just consultants. We're not just doing simple things. And I shouldn't say simple things, because a business is a business. But, you know, to be innovating in so many different ways that people don't think that we are capable of doing.
Now, you've written a book called Wiser, Definitive Guide to Starting a Business After 50, and that this is going to help people start a business, obviously. What's in your book? Tell us about your book.
Starting a business is a process, and many people don't realize that it is a process. So I start right from, you know, the idea stage. You know, getting people always think, oh, you have to have a business plan. That's you really have to start with a business plan. Well, no, you don't start with a business plan. You start with something very simple, which is the lean model canvas. And it starts putting your ideas down on paper. You know, and then there's also the business model canvas, which is a little more advanced. And then we get into talking about all of the legal things that you have to look at, financing opportunities, you know, the different ways of getting financing, accounting. So it's all of the basics that we go into. And then we go even further into marketing. And I mean, we talk about so many different things in marketing. I mean, there's the getting set up with, you know, even beginning to know about marketing. And then there's all of the social media. You know, all of the different platforms, and you have to decide what one those platforms are going to work for you, because they're not all for everyone, but it explains them all in detail. So you can decide whether it's going to be for your company or not. And then we get into the sales. We have to know how to sell. And we do so that, you know, basically selling techniques, and then making cold calls, selling through cold calls. And then we go into succession planning, okay, intergenerational businesses, or buying or selling a business. So it's all kinds of different things that you can look at, because it's hard to decide what you're going to do. And I don't want people to go and start a business without knowing what is involved. And I say to people, you know, for the cost of my book, yeah, it'll cost you maybe $25 on the print version, but it could save you thousands of dollars down the road if you decide you don't want to do what needs to be done, or if you're not successful, you just don't know what you're doing. So that's, you know, I want people to be aware. And many people that have read the book had no idea what else was involved. And that's what I want them to know. I want them to know what is involved, and then make your decision whether you want to move forward or not. It's not for everyone. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone.
I'm often reminded of Colonel Sanders, because he started in his 60s, and he just got out there and walked the roads, you know, and got rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected, but he was on a mission, and he's probably the earliest seniorpreneur that I've come across.
It's a very interesting market to try and help them, for them to understand, you know, we have so much that we can bring to the table.
So if someone's sitting watching today thinking, oh, I don't really want to get another job, I'm struggling to get another job, you know, there's not enough jobs around, that I want to start my own business, what would your top tips be?
Talk to people. And I say this over and over and over again, don't stop talking. Get their opinion. You will hear good things, you will hear bad things, and you are the one that has to make the final decision. Somebody may hate it, somebody may love it. But do your research, you know, find out who your competitors are, and even go and talk to them. I mean, competitors will talk to you. Go to small business organizations, ask for their assistance in, you know, any advice that they can give you. So, and don't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You have to be able to talk to people and get their opinion.
Fantastic. So all of you people out there watching, you know, just jump in there and do it. Wendy's supplied some amazing advice there. So thanks so much for staying on late in Canada to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, all the best with everything you're doing over there, and also with tackling your vaccines and the pandemic as well.
Thank you, and the same to you. Stay safe. What is it? Stay safe, stay positive, and stay negative.
Great. Thanks, Wendy. Welcome to 5 Minute Fitness. Are you ready? On your feet. Take 2 steps to the side. That's it. And we'll take a scoop. That's it. Now we're going to do a single step touch. That's good. You feel better, don't you? Even if you're still sitting down, you can be tapping your feet to the side. Scoop. Want to do a little hop, you can. Single step. Scoop. And we're going to bring it forward slightly. Just make sure there's nothing you can trip over. Single step touch. And scoop. And we're going to take it back. Step, touch. And one more time, coming forward. Scoop it. Step, touch. That's it. Now hold it there. We're going to take the heel to the front and then knee lifts. So we go. Heel, 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 heel. Step your heels. Now knee lift. Now we're going to do 2 heels, 2 knee lifts. Heel, heel, knee, knee. Heel, heel, knee, knee. And you can do arms. Knee, knee. Heel, heel, knee, knee. Heel and knee, knee. Make it bigger, get some more exercise. Heel, heel, knee, knee. Again, heel, heel, knee. Now we're going to go scoop, scoop. Coming forwards. Now step it back. That's it, looking good. And scoop it. for heel, heel, knee, knee. 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 That's it! 5 minutes a day and you're on your way. Our everyday legend today is Victoria Rose. After 23 years in the Army Reserve, training 7,000 soldiers in weapons drill and theory, Victoria went to the corporate training area, delivering leadership training around Australia and New Zealand. In 2014, she wrote the bestseller, How to Make the Rest of Your Life the Best of Your Life. Tough Love for Smart Women Over 60. And it doesn't stop there. At 68, she put on a backpack and went backpacking on her own through 10 countries in Europe, Asia, and Turkey. And then at the age of 70, she started a new business, We Build Your Chatbot. Victoria certainly is an everyday legend. Hi Victoria, welcome to Over 50 So What. It's fantastic to have you on the show.
Thank you, Carol. It's fantastic, even fabulous to be on the show.
You are our everyday legend, and we have talked on the show about people starting new businesses later in life. And so I'd like to ask to kick off with this new business that you started at 70, this chatbot. What got you into this new technology and everything? And what is a chatbot, at this life stage?
Well, first of all, I'll say what it actually is. It's an automated conversational messenger program. And what you can do is program it or craft it, I prefer the word craft, to deliver messages in a more fun, engaging, 24/7, efficient, constant, no moody way. I want to get the word out because it is so exciting to customize your own chatbot with your own personality. My chatbot is called VicBot, and yours would probably be called CarolBot if ever I built one for you, Carol. A really, really exciting way to get out into the world, to not be tied up with the repetitive, mundane, boring tasks. You can break the chains of that slavery of when you're starting a business. Anyone can build a chatbot. It's getting results, Carol, the count. And I was not getting the results. But once I started to do it, I just fell in love with it. And as a 70-year-old, no one expects, well, very few people would expect a 70-year-old to be building their customized chatbot. And that's the advantage that I actually have. I've got 7 decades of life experience of understanding emotions and human abilities and being aware of conversations and emotional intelligence. So I build different chatbots. It's all fun.
It's lovely to see you're so excited about this whole new chapter.
I love it because here's another reason why it's really, really good. It's a work from home thing or work from wherever you happen to be in the world. I was in Turkey, or was it Albania, when I got my very first chatbot client, and it was like, oh my gosh, here I am.
So you just mentioned then that while you were away traveling, you got your first client on chatbot. And so at 68, putting on a backpack and then setting out to travel around the world or to 10 different countries. Tell us about this adventure.
Basically, I guess it's what started it. And to show you what started it, I wrote this book, which you can't see because there we go. It's this book. I'll show it to you better in a moment. But the book is called How to Make the Rest of Your Life the Best of Your Life. I wrote it in 2014. In 2018, I was in a dark space. And I happened to catch the title of my book, and I was ashamed because I wrote the book. Why don't I take my own advice? So admittedly, I had a tough year. The end of 2017, 3 close family members died in the space of about 10 weeks. And it was tragic. It takes a lot to get over that. And I just decided I have to do something because I'm just going downhill. I'm not happy. And I certainly wasn't going to settle for where it appeared I was heading in life. Now, I've been a traveller. At 18 years old, I did what was quite common back in those days for Aussies. Jumped on board a ship then, because sailing, going by ship was a heck of a lot cheaper than flying. So I'm used to travelling solo. I did that on my own. And so I thought, okay, let's do something. I love different cultures. When you travel, you really discover the real you, Carol, and you would know that.
Yes, absolutely, because I do a lot of solo traveling too.
I know. So and you can, because you are solo, and when I'm with someone, I'm with them. So I miss signs and views and awareness of what's going on around you, and especially when you travel in another country, but even in Australia, you need to be aware. You need to be seeing the signs so that you can notice what's going on. Are you safe? Should you go this way? Should you go that way? I love solo travel.
So you weren't scared at all doing it on your own at 68?
Believe it or not, just before I started, I went and saw the latest Mission Impossible movie, and Tom Cruise kept repeating this, what they call in NLP an anchor phrase. And I went, oh, that's it. And you will not believe, I got into a couple of sticky situations, but I have in Australia, so there's no difference. That this is the 4 words that just cause me to think differently and to step out of the sticky, tricky situations. I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Say that. It presupposes quite a few things. And number one of them being, to me, is that it's figure-outerable. Is that a word?
It is now.
Number 2 is that you have the ability to figure it out, which of course we do. So you don't close down in the fear, because once the fear grabs you, fear paralyzes me. I'll figure it out. It helped me through those sticky bits.
So we'll wrap it up now, and thank you so much again, Victoria, for coming on the show. It's been, looking forward to seeing you again.
Thank you, Carol, and thank you for inviting me.
Wow, what inspirational ladies we've had on the show today. I hope you've been inspired to consider starting a new business, or maybe just stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. And remember, if there's hiccups on the way, if you bump into a few challenges, Victoria's saying, I'll figure it out. Whatever happens, I'll figure it out. If you'd like more information on Wendy and Seniors in Business or Victoria, just go to our website, carolohaleran.com. Please join our Facebook group, Over 50 So What? And don't miss out on a show. Just subscribe to YouTube, Over 50 So What? And you can watch shows again there too. All the replays are there. So, I'm Carol. This was Over 50 So What? And our favourite saying today, I'll figure it out. Bye. Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50. So what?